good. I'm glad that the weather has broken.
Me too. It's a little bit warmer today. And so we wanted to share some information with some people about how they can actually join as a member, what that means. We've had a workshop recently, and in order to be coming to the workshop, you had to join as a member. But people really weren't sure like what they were joining. So let's give them a rundown. What does it mean to become a member of the From Scratch Co-op?
Okay, so the co-op is obviously twofold. One big portion of it is membership, and a bulk of our members are just members, and they're in it for various reasons. And so we decided to create membership tiers based upon what everyone's interested in. So our very first membership tier is a friend of the market. And so our summer market,
And how much does that cost?
It's $15, and that's for a year. So you sign up for one whole year, and you have access to all the perks of being a friend of the market. What that looks like, everyone can come to our summer market.
Yes, anybody. Market. Yes, it's a public market. Anybody's able to shop there.
Right.
Yes.
You don't need a membership card.
No.
You don't need anything like that. But if you want to become a friend of the market, you do get a little extra that we don't give to the public. So things like that would be a weekly what's at the market. So you get to know exactly who is going to be there, but also what they're bringing.
Perfect.
So it's a sneak peek. You can come with your list all ready to go, and you'll know, like, if you don't have a lot of time, you can go straight to somebody's table. So that is a weekly what's at the market. You also get our newsletter, our monthly newsletter that we put out, and that has all the details of our co-op, not just the summer market. So it'll have upcoming dates that you might want to know about, or workshops, or maybe tips and tricks on anything related to farmers markets or recipes. Vendors will put on specials, things like that. So again, just another sneak peek layer.
And then they actually get the first access to sign up to the workshops, right? So
Right.
they get all the info first. So it's really like insider info. So if you want to know what's going on with the co-op, you would be interested in getting one of these memberships.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just want to follow on Facebook and hop on one week or another, that's fine too. But if you want first dibs on things, especially specials for our vendors, because those go very quick.
Yes.
So our vendors will do pre-orders. That is an amazing opportunity for folks who just don't have a lot of time to just pre-order during the week, stop in and pick it up, and then they're on their way.
Yep.
And they can stay and shop, of course, too, if they would like to. Some of the other opportunities that you have as a friend of the market, you get some buy-in. Like when we have our membership meetings, you get to come to our membership meetings, or you get the meeting minutes, and you get to talk about what you would like to see at the farmers market, or what you wish that we could bring in, or things that could be changed. Like you have a stakeholder position, and the public obviously doesn't get that. Another option, so that is our bottom tier membership. That's $15, friend of the market, all the sneak peeks, all the buy-ins. The second layer of that is a membership with educational opportunities, and that includes everything that was in the friend of the market. You still get everything with that package, but it bumps it up a little bit more. That one is $25, and what that gives you access to is workshops. So our vendors, we pull our vendors together, and we ask if anybody is interested in leading a workshop in the community. So we take care of all the background on that. We get everybody
we book
signed
the
up.
venue,
Right.
we do the form, we
Right.
collect the money. So it's really hands off for the vendors so that they can focus on the workshop. And then
Absolutely.
they're just able to show up and do their thing.
Yep. So in order to attend one of those workshops, we do ask you to be a member. Now, if you want to sign up for a workshop and a membership at the same time, perfectly fine. Also 1 year. And the plan is to do as many workshops as we can. Right now we're doing one once a month. We can get into that a little bit later. But again, that educational opportunity is awesome for someone who just wants to learn how to do more.
Yeah.
The very last membership includes everything we talked about.
Yes.
But it is a vendor membership.
Yes.
And that is with the focus of, okay, I want to be obviously in the know of
Yes.
everything. I want to be a stakeholder. I want to attend the workshops, but I also want to be a vendor at the summer market.
Yeah, which means you're going to show up week in and week out
Yep.
according to your schedule, and you're going to have products to sell.
Right.
So,
And with that membership, we help you along that process. Walking into being a vendor anywhere is a little bit uncomfortable. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know when you first start. And that was me. When I first started, I just didn't know what I didn't know. There are things specifically with the mission of our market. We do fresh made products, body care, pet care, anything like that.
Yes.
And most of that, not all of it, but most of it requires some type of licensure, insurance documentation.
Yeah.
So we will hold that vendor's hand as much as they want and lead them through that entire process. If they don't need our help, that's great too.
Right.
So we're here from start to finish with that because we want producers like that in our area. Our area needs that.
Yeah, and we've both been there, and we understand when you go on to the Ohio Department of whatever you're looking at website, it's not easy to navigate.
Overwhelming.
And it's very confusing, especially depending on, we have people coming in from other counties, and it's actually, that's kind of crazy, but it's different, per county, per item, per product. And so you might be thinking, okay, well, I'm selling in Guernsey County, those are the rules that I'm looking at, but I'm living in Muskingum County. So you actually need to look at, and you're living and producing in Muskingum County, so you actually need to look at those rules and regulations for that county. And so that's where things can get a little bit confusing too. So we had several people come to us last year that needed kind of assistance and kind of led through that process. And that was kind of their limiting barrier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They were like, I really want to step into the vendor space. I really want to step into the farmer's market space, but what do I do? You know, I have my product. I feel really great about that, but I'm kind of, and also it can be kind of scary to go to the health department, you know? You kind of might feel like you're telling on yourself if you're not necessarily sure if you're doing everything correctly.
Right. Yeah.
So you can kind of feel like you might get in trouble, but that's not really the case.
No.
Everyone's here to help you. And if there was something in your process that kind of needed adjusting based on any kind of standards, the health department and everybody, they understand that, and they will help you correct that mistake so that you don't make it again. We're here to help you, and we're here to encourage you, and we're definitely not going to, no, you're not going to get in trouble by asking questions to the health department, but it can feel scary.
It does feel scary and overwhelming. And like you said, that is a limiting factor. When we first started selling beef publicly at a market, we use a USDA butcher, but I showed up to the farmer's market with a cooler full of frozen ground beef, and I didn't have any licensing. And I didn't know that. And I am a people pleaser. Like, I follow the rules. And I guess I just didn't think that there would be regulations on that. And there are, because it is for food safety. We want to keep our community healthy. Like, that is our goal.
Right, of
so
course.
we need to make sure that all of our vendors are meeting that standard of practice. Because that's their mission too.
Right.
And so I didn't get a slap on the wrist. I left that market and I was like, okay, I didn't realize that. Now I know what I need to do. And it did take some researching. It would have been nice to have someone be able to help me.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the process would have gone faster. I wouldn't have had to do as much research and jump through as many loopholes. Like, I have those contacts now.
Right.
And I call them for anything. And sometimes there's gray areas. Sometimes, the health department or the state doesn't know. Maybe you have a product that no one else really has launched, which is cool to know. Awesome. But it's a checklist.
Yes.
And checklists are there for a reason, and it keeps everybody accountable. But it is something that I really love about what our co-op does is everybody helps everyone.
Yeah.
So we have so many established vendors who have all of those check boxes marked.
Yeah.
And they are willing and love to help others through that process.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing with the vendor membership. That is a huge in. And that is also a $25 membership. So it's really nothing extra unless you wanted to add on some media package opportunities that we've been so fortunate to add on.
Yes, and that is new this year. So we're offering a media package to everybody who joins, if they want to, as a vendor, and that includes content creation.
Right.
At the end of last year, we had our Christmas market, and we decided to go in and create some videos, and they were very well received. The people that did come in and do that content creation, they had phenomenal sales. They had people seeking them out at the market based on their videos. And that's another limiting factor barrier. It's hard to know what to post on social media. And it's really hard to sit there and be like, oh, I did all this stuff. I posted all this stuff about this product that I love and it's my baby. And you put it on Facebook and like 3 people like it. And you're like,
that's hard. It hits the heart hard.
yeah, you're like, okay, well, now what? So, and that's another thing too with joining us is like, yes, you can go through all the hard steps, and it's important to go through all the hard steps and learn as you go. But we also have people, we're here to help you. If you're not interested in going through those hard steps and you want to jump to step 10, we're here to help you do that, and just kind of take away some of that, to get people out of the weeds a little bit of what is actually effective and what works. And so we're just really trying to lead people who want to kind of take this path, to just try to help them along that path and to stay the path, because it's hard. It's hard.
There's ups and there's downs, and we're here through all of those.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to say there's not one week that is the same as the next, and it comes in waves. And I feel like just speaking with other vendors at our market, I guess I was like, maybe it's our business that goes up and it goes down. But then after talking with everybody, even producers that sell a similar product as I do, they're like, no, like we have those waves too.
Oh,
And
yeah,
just
definitely.
having that community to bounce back and forth.
Yeah, like, are you experiencing this?
Right.
Am I experiencing this?
Right.
How do you navigate this? How did you work through this? We're here to help bounce each other's, ideas off each other. And we had, people come in with similar products. And like our very, very first meeting, we had two people sitting right next to each other that said they were going to sell sourdough. And you could just kind of see the look on their face.
Yeah.
And we really encouraged people like, hey, yes, okay, you guys both might make sourdough, but there's so many products that you can make that are sourdough, like differentiate.
Right.
We can have the same ingredients, we could make the same, and it's not going to turn out the same. You know what I mean? Just because we're different people. Right. And so we really encourage collaboration.
Absolutely.
We want people to work together. We want, a big part of the market is samples. And we definitely encourage people, like, if you sell something that I can use in my sample, let's try to just work in as many items as possible. And we saw a lot of that. And we saw a lot of the vendors supporting each other at the end of the market, going over and getting their eggs, their pickles, their meat, their bread, their body care, their everything,
Right.
I mean, people were doing their weekly shopping at the market.
Cool.
And so it's been really cool. And so we're really excited heading into our second year. And we just want to encourage anybody that might have any questions about going through this process, becoming a vendor, becoming a member. Those applications are open now.
Yep.
And those are going to close on February 28th.
Yeah.
And so once we get all of that together, then we'll be reaching out with people to confirm, seeing where we're at for numbers. And then our market again this year is going to be at 433 Wheeling Avenue.
Yeah.
If you don't know where that's at, it's down at the very end of Wheeling Avenue, and there's a little alley that connects Wheeling and Steubenville, and we're kind of like right there by Ford Tire. And we definitely want to give a major shout out to Ford Tire. Last year, when we were kind of going through this whole process and we were trying to figure out where we were going to have this, I approached Ryan Ford and asked him, like, hey, I have this idea. I know this sounds kind of crazy. Like, would you be willing to rent me that lot up front? And he was like, without much hesitation, he said, sure.
Crazy.
And so,
Yeah, go for it.
without people in the community that are saying yes, especially like Ryan, this wouldn't even exist. We would not be here today.
Right. Location is everything, and that was spot on. Like it was just spot on.
Yeah, it was just everything worked in our favor. Knock on wood, we had no rainouts last year. Hopefully that trend continues.
It was a little cold towards the end.
It was. We sweated. We were freezing. We were everything at the market. But we have tons of plans. Our opening day is going to be June 20th. Yeah. And we already have a list of vendors for that. We already have tons of things planned for that. And we're really excited to share some of that stuff as well as we go through the next few weeks. So
yeah. That is a lot of information. You can find it all in one place, though.
Yes, you can,
so
on
we do
our website.
Have, a website. It's www.fromscratchcoop.com. No spaces, no dashes, nothing like that. The whole website is everything anybody needs to know about our co-op at this current moment in time.
Yep.
So Facebook is amazing because it gives you updates and shout outs. But if you want everything in one place and don't want to scroll through our timeline on Facebook, you can go to our website. all of the applications are there. There are buttons there in a million different places. So no matter what page you're on, you can access the membership and the vendor.
Oh, and then if you become a member and you have a business that you want to feature on the website,
Yes.
we also have our database.
Yep, our producers.
Yeah, which
Yep.
is great for producers or consumers. So if you're
Yep.
like, where can I find whatever? Is
Absolutely.
it close to me? Does From Scratch Co-op know anybody that has, that
Right.
has this product? We have that on our website too. So.
Yes, and that is huge. Someone just asked where they could find a list of all of the producers that we've worked with this year.
Oh, okay.
They were looking for a very specific product, and I just sent them the link to our website. And I said, if you don't find their contact information there, let us know, because we have all of that too.
Yeah.
You can always, if you have more questions and need to talk to us, our phone numbers and our email address, everything that you need is on the website.
Yep.
Instructions are there. Everything we have talked about, you can read online as well, and you fill those out, but you want to get them in before February 28th.
Yes.
And the reason for getting definitely the vendor form in, I think that's the only one that's due, the 28th.
Yeah.
Because membership,
Yeah.
you can do
anytime. You can join as a member
Yeah.
anytime. Yeah.
We have a lot of vendors already on roster, which is extremely exciting. And we have big plans for what that looks like if we grow in numbers. I think on average last year we had about 15 or 16 every week.
Yeah, that's good.
We have 29 vendors at this moment in time on roster, with more coming in.
Yeah.
And so we just want everyone to get in, get first dibs on dates, especially for the Christmas market.
Yes, that's going to fill up.
It is. So if you're like, oh, I don't really know if I'm ready to jump in this summer, well, that's okay. You can jump in our winter market.
Yeah.
And that would be okay as
Totally,
well.
yeah.
But you want to, if you're at least interested, maybe you don't have any idea what you're going to do, you don't have any licensing, but you just have a heart for something, fill it out, let us guide you.
Yep.
And again, all of that's on our website.
Yep. And also to that note, if you're looking at this and you're like, I really want to find a way to get involved, but I don't have any business ideas, I'm not sure what I can do with what I'm working with time-wise or whatever, we would love to help you come up with a way that you could come and join us as a vendor.
Yeah.
And we are here to brainstorm any business ideas, anything like that. So we're definitely here for anybody who wants to try to join in that space as well. So
Yeah, there's something I feel here for everybody.
I think so too. I think so
If
too.
you're interested in something and we haven't expressed, maybe we have that need, maybe it's a need we don't know yet.
Yeah.
And everybody else, someone else might see, and that's a need that you can fulfill.
Yeah, definitely. All right, sounds good. Well, we're super excited for 2026 and we hope you join us.
Yes.